said, "You'll never remember what you was going to tell me," the one on the right. She said, "You'll never remember it." That's after she reminded me that about this YouTube thing here, that I should sometimes upload a video occasionally, talk about something, just kind of like an old-time radio show, But anyway, I was handed off for whatever value it is. Leave a comment if you find any value whatsoever in what you just heard, because you can't unhear it. You know what I mean? Man, she told me, she says, you'll never remember it all. It was. So I'm not going to go out on that side trip right there. But it's Little Sturgis motorcycle rally up there at Sturgis, Kentucky. I was handed off this little advertising gimmick here, and man, it's tough. You know what I mean? Man, it's tough. I've been up there 3 or 4 times. I had a good time every time. Lord, what is that girl's name? If I could only remember. Tina. If there's a girl in the whole world that her name is Tina, man, and I sure enjoyed the ride. Not to stray. And the dude, man, he's a cool dude. Sturgis, Kentucky. Just saying, if you can handle it, you know what I mean? Stand up if you can. Just stand up if you can. That ought to be the motto up there. Gosh, it's tough. Equal to, you know that Gulfport blowout they have down here in Gulfport, I guess. Man, that's tough too. Been down there 2 or 3 times, 4 times maybe. Had a good time every time. It only gets better. Whew. Man, that's one of them stand up if you can. Lord. But, not to stray. In order to maintain a flow of, this is for you. Where do I come from? Leave a comment. You're listening to this nonsense, and I'm telling it to you. And, it's okay here on my part, and, maybe there's a smile there at your house. So what I did is I lit them 3 candles right there. It's a large candle. It was, it's a large. And I lit them 3 candles yonder. That's all I'm going to say about that. This right here is, kind of thinking back, this YouTube concept of life, where I record something and you sit there and listen to it, and other people record things and I sit there and listen to it and leave a comment. Usually of like mind, let's say. Usually people spend their time with a likeness of mind. But, it's just coincidences. As to this inspiration right here, that through a YouTube video, I was inspired to do this. And I think what I'll do, now this is just thinking up front, you know what I mean, is, like a group of 6, 12, 24, 36. But I may start off with just 3, a packet of 3. And this is in that category right there. And I was inspired by watching a video on the YouTube, the World Wide Web, where the inspiration come from. Even 3 candles. At the same period in time, that 3 candles would come into thought. Okay, let's set this aside. Now let's just see if there is any creativity in my videos. I mean, this is what it's about. If there's any creativity in my videos, I'll take you on a side trip right now. And this was totally inspired by YouTube. Never to forget this. I'll show it to you. Look here. That's that. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But the inspiration, I have been accused on my video channel to record something that was nonsense. It was no value to human life. It was the person was disappointed that they even heard what they heard. You know what I mean? And they were disappointed enough to the point that they would leave a comment to that effect. They wanted me to know that they was greatly disappointed. Oh, okay, I hope this is not the case. You know what I mean? I hope it's not the case. But if it is, just leave a comment, tell it to me out loud. Right here, this is what we're getting at, right here. But I think this right here, this requires a different hat and the glasses. I think them's a 3/0. The problem is, this requires a different hat. And she says you will never get to that hat, but just to prove that I can, I'm talking about the one on the right. That, I'll show you something. Because I have a hat here on the sideboard I like this hat. And it has a front and a back. It's got the tag in there. And you remember, this is the hat that, I brought this hat from Arkansas right here. That's that Arkansas hat that, it was a gray hat, and I had that hat right there with one full cartridge. Now this may be on the test, so take notes. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and consider it that's on the test. How many cartridges of that them felt pens, whatever they're called. They got ink in a piece of felt, and anyways, they were large. And that's 1.5 right here. And you can still, this hat's not rainproof, and it's rained all day here. But I'm going to show you something. Do you remember, look here, not with the glasses, and not from here down, only from here up. Just imagine this. Man, you're getting your money's worth here today. I mean, just turn the audio off, sit back, you know what I mean, sip the tea. Man, sipping tea and listening to this crap. I mean, you used to listen to Timothy Leary in his day, and Carl Sagan, I mean, that right there was, that dude right there does some brilliant sayings. I mean, man, it's way out there. That's all I'm saying about that. Carl Sagan, rest in peace. But I'm thinking with this hat right here, I look like Charlie Chan. Was it Charlie Chan he had something on his head, and then he would put on his hat like this, and you could see his bandana underneath his hat. whoever that was, do I look like that? I'm just asking, you know, I kind of prefer this hat to sit low. I like this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat today. It's raining. I'm gonna take a chance on it. I'm gonna get this hat out and see how it acts in the rain. But I mean, if this, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna waste any time about apologizing for a short video or a long video. I mean, it's just whatever it is, that's what you get. But today I'm going to read. You know what I mean? There is somebody right now out there in the world, there's one person that at this point right now is extremely happy with herself. And my compliments, Dale, you know, to keep it politically correct. What would I say about that? It's the New Webster Encyclopedic Dictionary of the English Language, including a dictionary of synonyms and 12 supplementary reference sections. So I mean, it's all in here. Everything you'd ever want to know in this world is in this book right here. I mean, with that many supplementaries, I'm not sure if it's up to date, but it's a good read. So you know what I mean. Just today to go out on a limb here. Usually when I open up this tome right here, I have a reason to be in here. I'm looking for something. You know what I mean? I can't spell a simple word of some nature. So then I pull this out and I go to the part that I know how to spell, get close to it, and then at some point in time I usually can recognize it. So it's getting kind of close to that ramp festival up there they have up there in Harlan County, Kentucky. You know what I mean? Them restaurants up there, cooks up them ramps, you know, lots of them. It's worth a drive up there. I can almost taste a good bowl of ramps right now. You know what I mean? I like them fried, on the fried side, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm going to get to make the trip this year, but man, if you're there, eat a bowl of ramps for me. I'm just throwing that in as add in there. And back to the read. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Something I was going to look up, but I can't remember what it was. So, left with that dilemma. That book kind of suffered a little bit there. It's a good thing I opened that book up right there. I saved that book's life right there. And pages was going to get folded over. They needed to be. See there? It's where I had them packed so heavy. Well, I'm glad I did that right there. But anyways, I think we saved it. So all is well. So you know what I mean? I'm just going to. We'll take a word at random, and I'm only on a break. You know what I mean? I'm only on a break. I see that them three flames are getting weaker, so that may be a sign that my time is about up. So I'm just going to choose the first word in the middle of the page right here. It's page 689. Now leave a comment if that means anything to you. Rain, and then it's got R and A with that little thing on top, and an N and a comma, and then an N like freehand, and then a parenthesis sign, and then an A and a period, a capital, and that was a capital A, and then it's got a capital S, A, X, period, R-E-G-N, rain, comma, R-E/N. Yeah, that's called one of them little double. It's a double line that goes crossways. And, I didn't lose my place. I-C-E-L. Now, whatever that is right there. Whew. Now, this is all for the word rain. You know, I assume it's water. You know what I mean? But you have to go through all this stuff right here if you're going to pass the test. So, You know, I'm not going to stop now and leave you right there. But I've not went for even, I've not even got to the first line yet, and there's about 6 lines of that stuff. You know, that's like ingredients on a can of stuff you get at the store. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyways, it says green, comma, goth, thing, green, one of them, a dot and a comma, same root as, capital L, dot, R-I-G-A-R-E, comma, space, 2, space, wet, comma, space, hence, irrigate. Okay, I can associate irrigate with rain as to the disappearance of G compared hail and frail, the one of them things, the descent of water in drops from the clouds, the water thus falling, the moisture of the atmosphere condensed and deposited in drops, a shower, rain. You know, if you say we had a shower, that means it rained, or pouring down of anything, to rain down. Single line crossways V dot I, small letters dot, whatever that means. I don't know that. I'll have to look that up. I probably know it, but I don't remember it. To fall in drops from the clouds as water, used mostly with it for a non-menitive, as in parentheses, it rains, it will rain, to fall or drop like rain, tears rain from their eyes, it's comma dot, thing like this, V thing, dot, thing here too, pour or shower down like rain from the clouds. And that's been quoted 3 times right there. And people gets on to me for doing that. And right there it is in the dictionary, a good example of that. Sometimes you have to just beat it into our brains 3 times at least. To pour or shower down like rain from the clouds. To pour or send down abundantly. That's the definition of rain in this the new Webster Encyclopedic Dictionary of the English Language, including a dictionary of synonyms and 12 supplementary reference sections. So that concludes that. So you know, I think we've got about 2 subjects, and to bring it back into perspective is these. I'm going to call them adult coloring pages. And all it is something I drawed up there. I think the reason that I drawed these up when I did was I was working on myself a logo, and this was in this particular one right here. It spells out Shop Dog Sam, and you can color it in to where, and you can highlight them to where you can actually read it. But it's kind of hidden in this picture here. But you know, it's got your fundamentals in there. And then this one right here is Shop Dog Sam, an explosive nature. And it's got the date on it and everything right there. But you color that in. Once you pencil that in there with one of them highlighters right there, it's quite colorful. And I'm just saying a little something for you to do when you're sitting around. And this one right here is a pencil drawing. It's real intricate there. It's a lot of coloring on this right here. I think a copy well on a copy machine. It may be included in the packet. And there'll be more. This is not all of it. This is just a couple examples. And for all means, you know, check back next week. From here in Middle Tennessee, Shop Dog Sam.